Hi, this is Bruce Molnar, and I'm the Regional Vice President at Fixed Performance. I'm talking to you from the shores of Lake Erie in Ohio, where it's a balmy 52 degrees this morning. Hope everybody's doing well out there in the dealerships and service centers, parts departments. And we'd like to talk today about tire merchandising. And the objective is to provide you with ideas and some basic tools and techniques to effectively retail tires and wheel service within your dealership. Obviously, selling tires is, if you are currently doing it, you know that it's selling safety, enhanced performance, and peace of mind. The single most important and effective way to successfully retail tires in the dealership starts with a vehicle tire inspection in the presence of a customer. And studies have shown that 60% of consumers will buy tires from the first person that brings to their attention that they need them. Conducting the tire inspection after the customer has left the dealership, as you well know, greatly lessens your chances of closing a tire sale. So I have some questions for you today associated with tire sales, wheel balance, and alignment. Are you running a tire department within your fixed operation currently? If not, why not? And if you are running one, how's it performing for the customer's needs and your dealership profitability? And I ask you this, is your tire department visible? Are your tires and wheels displayed prominently? Does it have impact? Do you feature tires and pricing in a dealership brochure as well as on your dealership's website? Are you using nitrogen inflation systems? That's a high profit, low labor option. And then, are you linking to a tire finder on your dealership service website? You can advertise and market externally from your dealership. All right, Mike, I'd like to have you open this up so we can continue an open forum and answer any questions or field some comments from those who are currently in the tire replacement and wheel business or who are entertaining the option of getting into it. Would you do that, please?
Yeah, Bruce, I was just wondering, I know I've seen you go into the dealership with your little, what is that? It's like a little, you have the stand with the different tire colors with the treads.
Oh, we recommend that as a best practice for all of our fixed operation dealer clients. And what that is an indication, a real live indication of tire condition and tire wear. And we couple that with the multi-point inspection form to inform the customer of their tire wear condition and when they will be needing replacement of their tires and what is causing potential wear and premature wear and safety concerns for their tires. Now, Mike, we have an idea I want to put out there for our listeners today. And, we use our dealer management systems within the dealership, whether it's ERA, Reynolds & Reynolds, ADP, AutoSoft, AutoMate, Arcona, some of those systems. Here's an idea. Take and use your dealer management system to capture the size and the brand of tires on your customer's vehicle. Put that in the comments along with the current tread depth measurements and the condition. It's an excellent way to forecast their future tire needs as well as prepare in a sales presentation for that customer to capture their business. It's a simple idea. You can pull it off of the multi-point vehicle inspection form, and then you can go through that and forecast potential tire sales for the upcoming months. Another idea is offering a tire special. Buy 3, get 1 free. We've seen that around. Tire price matching is a very, very good way of capturing the customer's replacement business. Using coupons with customized specials. And don't forget this. We see this a lot in the service lanes. We'll look at a vehicle that needs 2. It needs 2 for now, and it will need 2 for later. It's simple to sell those 2 for now and then place the in the comment file in the DMS with the capture of that size and brand, and then contact that customer within the next 60 to 90 days to acquire and champion that specific tire sale. So, we talked about if you are running a tire and wheel department, are the tires and wheels displayed prominently, and does it have impact? And are we talking tires while that customer is in the dealership? They like to see good-looking displays. They obviously like to receive coupons with customized specials, and they also have questions about pricing, and that's the last important piece here is bundle pricing, tire replacement with valve stems, mounting and balancing, nitrogen fill if you provide that, free rotations potentially. I know a lot of dealerships provide free rotations. Some steer away from that as a labor profitability loss. You can look at it both ways. And then vehicle wheel alignment. 4-wheel alignment is usually the case because in order to get the front end aligned, you've got to usually align the rear of the vehicle, the rear wheels. So we look at 4-wheel alignment more so than just doing a toe and go or a front wheel alignment. So, and you can ask your customers what they like and dislike about their present tires, and things about their ride quality, noise level, what their traction capability is when it's wet or dry, and how customers drive vehicles. Let's open this up and chat a little bit about these things.
Hey Tony, how you doing this morning?
Good, Mike. How are you? I'm here with Dave Calhoun.
Hi, Dave.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There's John. Good morning, John.
Hey, man, what's happening?
We're talking tires today.
That's what I'm talking about.
John, tire merchandising is a real retail strategy plan, and the dealerships have so much opportunity in this business, and the objective is to provide tires to the customer that meet and exceed their expectation while maximizing the profitability in the dealership. Inflate the tires and inflate the profitability at the same time.
Have you ever heard of a dealership in particular doing, they sell the tires, they discount the actual mount and balance to get the customer in the door? Is that common practice or no?
Generally, it's bundled in the price of the tire, and the best practice is that our biggest competitor are the independent tire stores and franchise tire stores, the non-OEMs.
Yeah, I see the way they're bundling it, Mike. That may be part of it, but a lot of times they don't discount the mount and balance, but part of the package price involves lifetime tire rotations, things like that. And also some folks are putting in the alignment in there, including, but as long as they're giving like a value-added thing like lifetime tire rotations, it kind of helps with retention because then they guarantee the customer's going to come back in every so many thousand miles for the rotation. Gives us an opportunity to put the car up on the rack, take the wheels off, and see what we see.
Absolutely.
That's
Mike, your question it deals with merchandising of tires, and I recommend quoting a complete price, and one of the best competitive tools in the business is really the all-inclusive tire price. And what I mean is when you quote your customer a tire price, you make sure that it includes all labor and material charges, because the customers just hate being nickeled and dimed about balancing and valve stems and old tire disposal and those things. And then as you discussed, offer a free tire rotation every 5,000 miles is an important service that enables you to see your customer more frequently. And, you can equate that to better customer loyalty and more customer pay sales as time goes on.
Hey, guys.
Yes, sir.
What advice would you have for a dealership that had no tire equipment and is not currently in the tire business?
First of all, are you what manufacturer, what OEM are you with?
Buick GMC.
GMC? Okay, so that's General Motors. First, you need to look at selling tires as a long-term investment plan, because tire sales might not generate as much profitability as the other sales, but they do play a great role in the customer retention management, and that's where, going forward, that's where it's at. And more dealers have turned to tires, so you can find all kinds of equipment out there, be it good used equipment, or you can decide whether or not you're going to make the investment into new equipment. I have found that a lot of dealers who want to get in and have gotten into the tire business have started out by leasing the equipment. That way, they're not committed to a total long term. But they do have they generally get into a 3 or 4 year lease with a dollar buyout at the end of that lease.
Hey, Mike, would you mute me so my GPS doesn't disrupt the call, please?
No problem, John.
Thank you.
And also, to answer that question, you have to provide training for your technicians because of the technical aspect of tires. We're covering, different types of wheel removal and rim nomenclature, things like that, safely lifting vehicles, tire removal and assembly. We talk about removing, wrist removing, inspecting, snugging, and torquing, and those are important. And wheel installation. On a lot of the wheels today, we have the tire pressure monitoring sensors and senders, and it's very technical when it comes to balancing and run out and basic principles of balancing and using different mounting plates to secure those wheels to the balancer. And then finally, if you're in the wheel and tire business, you want to be in puncture repair, and that would entail the industry guidelines and processes for repairing tires and passenger and light truck tires by using the 1 or 2 piece systems. So it's very technical, and but the bottom line is, if that customer isn't getting it done at your dealership, they're going somewhere else for that service. And generally, if they go somewhere else, they get sold and they might not come back. Their loyalty leaves when they leave.
Does anybody, and maybe this is more of a question for the consultants, but does anybody, do you encounter many dealerships that do not currently, are not currently in the tire business?
Well, personally, most of the every dealer that I deal with has at least, they're in the tire selling, repairing, balancing, but not potentially the alignment business. And that's a sore subject with me, because I think if you're selling, mounting, balancing, and servicing, you need to be aligning as well. But it is an expensive venture. You don't currently have that equipment.
Can you tie me in for an input?
Yes, sir.
John, you in there?
Yeah, I'm here. Okay. Can you hear me, guys?
Absolutely.
One of the things that we're doing down here in Tallahassee is, and initially I wasn't sure how it would work out, but there's a couple, 2, 3 stores in this group down here. We meet once a month for lunch, and one of the things that everybody's charged with, including myself, when we go back out for the next 30 days, we visit at least one independent tire shop or dealer tire shop, or it could be a Monroe, could be a Walmart, and we go in and shop around like a customer, ask questions, get their value packaging, whatever we can listen and hear and find out about what makes them think they're in the tire business. And it just blows me away when we get together for an hour a month and talk about what these other folks are doing. We end up not only finding out how to get in the tire business, we end up how to recruit people, finding out how they're paying their tax. And it's funny that these folks will offer up just about everything they possibly can just because they finally got somebody to talk to. But one thing I know that without tires on display and not sending a really good message, and I'm not talking about those roll-around racks that people bring out in the morning and they hate taking them back in at night, so they try to put it as close to the back room or the wall as possible, and the tires don't match and the racks are ugly and there's no signage. But I'm talking about mounting 10 or 15 or 20 tires on one of the service walls, or really putting them prominently displayed so people walk in and they see a whole bunch of beautiful tires with tire shine and inserts in every tire, either talking about the manufacturer, talking about the red, yellow, green program or something, and that way it forces them. They smell them, they see them, they hear people talking about them, and that's part of how you get in the tire business.
Those are great observations, John, and shopping the competition like you're talking about really does provide you with some really great insights, and it just shows you the quick way to get to profitability, because the customer is going to need, one service customer out of 5 will need or needs tires in the very near future. And the thing is, listeners and John and Tony, when we have objectives for parts and labor sales, and the variable operation has new and used vehicle sales objectives, why not have tire sales objectives? Well, you project out on a chart what's available to you with your vehicles in operation, and it's phenomenal. And I suggest that if people aren't in the tire business, that they get serious about getting into it.
Yeah, that's a good point, Bruce, and like setting them up like on a 69, 10, is that what it is in rentals, where there's a labor op report that, you know, they're looking at how many tires we sell every month, how many alignments do we do every month, you know, mountain balancing, and just starting to compare even tire rotations. What's the percent of tire rotations to oil changes? If we're doing more rotations, we can do more tire sales, and getting them to measure it and to understand how to measure it, because unfortunately a lot of guys just don't understand that. No one's ever taught them that before. So, you know, bringing the whole measure, you know, key performance indicator things, bringing those into play, that really helps them. If you educate them how to understand it financially, then they'll understand it from a marketing standpoint better.
Indeed. That's so right. And, you know, when that car's on the lift and the technician looks it over, they'll find additional work. And two of those labor operations you're talking about is front brake pad replacement and wheel alignment. Yep. And if if 10% of the customers need tires, we'll also purchase front brakes if they're needed. That's safety. And when we install the tires, we can assume that we're going to sell at least 25 to 35% of those customers, 2 to 3 out of 10, all wheel alignment. And that's just additional total sales profitability.
Yeah, it always blows them away when we go in and we show them RepairPal.com, and they, you know, a lot of folks believe that their alignments are too high priced, so they jack the prices way down, and then they go in and find out that the folks all around them are $20 and $30 higher for a four-wheel alignment. So that's, I think, using RepairPal.com is also an important part of making sure that we're competitively priced on those services, not just tire sales, but the services around it.
That is an absolute great suggestion, and I think I've been using RepairPal as you suggested, and it really, really helps clarify what's going on in the dealer's market area. But John, going back to your other point, dealerships that are in the tire business really need to consider that the profitability and potential retention providing lifetime tire rotations. That's a great retention tool, and it just gets the customer who purchases the tires from your store to come back.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. As far as I'm concerned, Bruce, that's just one of my own, personal things that I just believe is a no-brainer. It's such an easy upsell once you get the car. And it's like, we'll do oil change packages, contracts to get them back in for a year or two, but yet we can do oil change packages, a 4-pack, and do it for a 2-year, and then rotate and do an oil change contract, a rotation contract, an oil change contract, and a rotation contract. And that way you're alternating, and that tire rotation becomes part of that those oil change contracts.
Excellent. Yeah, it's like a system. You put your system in place, John, and it keeps rolling. You can upsell them. Not only that, but it's the safety end. I believe that you're right in the safety end. Me, I'm a cheap guy, but, man, if it comes to the safety of my family and my car, I'm going to buy it. If you show me that van, you show me them rotors, and they are destroyed, I will buy it every time without even thinking about it. So I think that's an excellent, excellent idea.